So I'm just going to do this real quickly in the car. 3 things that you and I, we all need to be aware of when it comes to our jobs, our careers, that are sinful, that will cost us our souls if we do not respect them and if we do not put up boundaries in place to keep us from falling prey to them. You can find them all there in Ephesians 4, beginning in verse 17, all the way through about midway through chapter 5 through verse 21. And we're not going to spend a lot of time breaking those texts down. Ephesians 5 verse 3 might be a good kind of anchor text, one that if you look me up on Instagram, all one word, Joey Sparks, you can find that verse there, Ephesians 5 verse 3, no sexual immorality or impurity or covetousness. Let it not be named among you. The New International Version says not even a hint. So those are things that we have to be aware of when it comes to our jobs. And Paul introduces those back up in chapter 4 when he talks about the old man, new man construct. And so here they are, 3 things that you and I have to be aware of when it comes to our careers. Temptations that may especially be prone to popping up while we're on the job. The first is sexual immorality, sexual sin. Second is greed. Third is drama, discord between people. You think about any kind of workplace environment, you know those are significant temptations, okay? Quickly, sexual sin. How many affairs do you hear about happening at work and on the job because you work with the same people over and over and over again? And those relationships can lead to inappropriate actions if we do not put appropriate boundaries into place. We should never spend alone time with the members of the opposite sex. We should never talk negatively about our spouses if we're married. We should always strive to talk positively about them. It's a great tip to talk positively about our spouse when someone compliments us. So put up boundaries in place. Here's a principle to remember to help us put up boundaries. We need boundaries when it comes to sexual sin because sinful decisions are always first preceded by unwise decisions. So we need to make wise decisions and boundaries that will keep us from making unwise decisions and put those in place so that we don't have the opportunity to make sinful decisions. Now, one other kind of practical side to all this, maybe it's helpful to sit down and to write up a set of boundaries for your spouse. Here's what I want my wife to do or my husband to do if you're a woman, and this will help protect them from sexual sin. Now, when you make that list, then you need to scratch their name out of the top of that list, and that becomes your list, okay? So think in terms of how you want your spouse to protect themselves from sexual sin on the workplace or when they're out and about, and then you adopt those same standards to become your boundaries as well, okay? Now, we got to move quickly. We got 2 more. Greed. What does greed have to do with the workplace? Well, obviously, you can see a connection between working for money, that temptation to fudge numbers, to make decisions and to be dishonest about things in terms of finances and how they'll benefit you. We have to be aware of those things. And here's the principle about greed to remember. If we catch ourselves saying, I deserve this, that's a danger zone. I deserve to work overtime, that's not going to be healthy for your family. That's entering an area of greed. I deserve this to take supplies from the supply room. That's an area of greed. I deserve this because they didn't give me a raise, and so you somehow take more money when you shouldn't. Those are kind of things that we have to be aware of and can easily happen on the job. Third thing, drama, discord. You find a big list, explanation about those at the end of Ephesians 4. You know how workplace drama can happen. We as Christians have to set a different standard. We can't fall prey to gossip. We can't talk bad about our bosses. That's where we find that in Ephesians 6. We've been talking about the past few days. Don't let those kinds of interactions characterize your life, but instead you be loyal. You make a commitment to being loyal and being thoughtful and being concerned and being fair, and don't let the environment that says we're going to take up for myself and not worry about other people, don't let that impact your faith and your walk with Christ, okay? So make the commitment to be above drama and to be above gossip and those one-on-one kind of interaction sins that can take place on the workplace, okay? So 3 things that you have to be careful about that will cost you your soul, will cost us our souls if we fall prey to them, and they can be especially prevalent on the job. Sexual sin, greed, money issues, covetousness, and the third is drama or discord. We can't allow ourselves to be subject to any of those. Hope you have a great day. Would love to see you at any time at the Parish Church of Christ, and I'm praying for you as you have an opportunity to let your light shine at your job and your career, and hope and pray that if you need me in any way, please let me know. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook even. Love to get to know you. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks again for watching.